KLAS-TV 8, Las Vegas, where news comes first. Now, Gary Waddell, George Knapp. This is Eyewitness News 8.
President Reagan is resting at his California ranch tonight after having quite a day.
Good evening, I'm Gary Waddell.
And I'm George Knapp.
And here they are.
Together again for the first time.
That was the dawn of history, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We called that the Mount Rushmore team because it was Dave Fox and Eric Randall and Gary and I, four white guys, the Mount Rushmore newscast.
Yep, looking down, there we were.
Didn't believe in women then.
You know, we've been having a lot of tears around here today, but a lot of laughs too.
Yeah,
and I wish we could share with the folks at home what we've been laughing about, but I don't think the
rest of us still need to work.
Yeah, I don't have to work tomorrow, but you guys do.
By the way, I don't know what you're doing here, Gary, but I'm in solidarity with you.
By the way, Jeff, who called, this is it. We're not going any further than this.
Yeah,
I've been advocating this for a long time.
Sorry, ladies.
As you saw from that taped introduction there, Gary and I were co-anchors years ago, worked on the same newscast, and it has haunted me ever since. Basically, because everywhere I go,
Roll the prompter.
Even after I grew the beard, people would call me Gary Waddell as a result of us being on the set together there. Everywhere I'd go. So I wrote this commentary back several years ago, when both of us had a lot more color in our hair. Take a look. I can't remember the last time I went through an entire day without someone calling me Gary Waddell. In the big scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter that much, but it does make me wonder how closely you folks in TV land pay attention. Years ago, in the pre-beard era, Gary and I anchored the news together, so mistakes then might have been understandable. Once, when Gary and I were having dinner, a lady walked up to him pointing and said, "You're Gary Waddell." And then she looked at me and said, "And you are too." True story. It happens almost everywhere, at the grocery store,
hi Gary,
in the Taco Bell drive-through line where I dine 5 times a week.
Here's your change, Gary Waddell.
And lately it's been happening to me even in the Channel 8 newsroom.
Gary, how long's that street talk tonight?
Gary, that I-team piece isn't in either.
I'm now worried that it might spread to my home and family.
Gary, you're home early. Hurry up, I've got dinner ready.
Hi, Mom. It's me.
Oh, is that you, Gary?
Please take notes on this. Gary and I share the same first initial, but there are some obvious differences. He's the nice, clean-shaven guy whom you'd trust with your daughter on an overnight campout. No, no, and no. Gary rides Harleys. George can barely drive a car. Gary is respected and admired for his professionalism, a solid citizen. Ha! Perhaps there are some things I can do to distinguish between us. A Channel 8 tattoo on my face might do it. Or I could become the Dennis Rodman of TV news. Or maybe I could lose the hair altogether. Then again, maybe the station should exploit this situation, blur the line between the two of us so people think there are more Gary Waddells out there. Well, what the heck? Why worry about this? As long as we both work in television, it's probably going to continue. Maybe someday there may even be a bright side to it.
All right, Mr. Waddell, I got you going 90 through the school zone, okay? So I need you to press hard. I got 4 copies for you. This is your court date. This court right here.
Yeah, you got me fair and square. That's W-A-D-D.
Oh, it's been a long time since I saw that.
You can tell how long ago it was. I mean, that cop was Michael McDonald, who became a city councilman. Now he's the head of the state GOP. That was a while back there. But you know, for a long time, it kind of got under my skin about people calling me Gary, and then it kind of dawned on me that that's a good thing. You know, that if people think that I am Gary Waddell, that's a compliment, and I should be flattered and not irritated. So.
And I get the same thing with George, and I am always flattered, George. I always am.
It's been a heck of a week and a heck of a run, you know.
It's been a lot of fun. It really has, you know. So it's, you know, sitting beside her and working with you has just been amazing. So, you know.
We're lucky to be at Channel 8. I've been so lucky to work with both of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
No, it's been a lot of fun. It really
there's
has.
a reason we stay around a long time.
Yeah.
That people stay around a long time.
It's not because we can't get other jobs.
Nothing against the other stations either, but there's a lot of turnover there, and there's a reason for that as well.
Plus, nobody has as much news as Las Vegas does.
That's true.
Here's another.